Hi everyone, I'm Devi. Welcome to my kitchen. In this episode, we are going to see another interesting recipe. Some of my friends asked me what to try next after butter chicken and chicken tikka masala. I would suggest them to try this recipe, kurma or korma. Now listen carefully. Korma is originating from northern part of India, from Mughlai cuisine. Kurma is from southern part of India. Both of the dishes uses different ingredients and the base sauce is completely different, so the taste. Today I wanted to compare and contrast these two dishes so that you can prepare it yourself. Let's move from south to north. I am going to make kurma. I will quickly go through the ingredients. You will need 2 teaspoon fennel seeds, half a teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 2 teaspoon coriander powder, and some salt for taste. For the whole spices, you need 4 cloves, 3 cardamoms, 2 bay leaf, black stone flower, and 2 cinnamon sticks. For the veggies, I have taken big bowl of cauliflower florets, 100 grams of beans, 1 medium-sized zucchini, 3 small potatoes, 2 small carrots, 1 cup of frozen peas, 1 large onion chopped and 1 large tomatoes, 2 green chilies, half a coconut cut into small pieces, 10 to 15 cashew nuts and 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. I am making South Indian vegetable kurma. For this I have chosen some of the vegetables. You could add different vegetables of your choice to this recipe. Depending upon the vegetables added, the sauce taste might slightly differ. You can also add Indian drumsticks from moringa plant. You can also add radish or any other vegetable of your choice to this gravy. Let's go. Heat the pan and add 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is hot, add your whole spices. So I am adding cinnamon sticks, black stone flower, cloves, cardamom and bay leaf. Saute them for half a minute. Whole spices will release its aroma into the hot oil. Now add 1 cup of chopped onion. Saute the onion until it is translucent. Now you can add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Saute until the raw smell of ginger garlic paste is gone. That is about another minute. After this, you can add all the vegetables one by one. Add tomatoes, beans, carrots, zucchini, potatoes, green peas and cauliflower florets. That is a load of veggies into our pan. Mix it everything together. The whole part is looking very colorful now with all the veggies. Now you can add the required amount of salt for the vegetables. Add turmeric. Add all the spices. Now I am adding half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. Mix everything together. Already this is smelling great. Now we should allow the vegetables to cook. So I am going to add some water and let it cook. Add about 200 ml of water and cover them and cook. Let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes until the vegetables are half cooked. In the meantime, we will see how to make the base sauce. The taste of the kurma is based upon the coconut that is used. If you are using a fresh coconut, it will give you a sweet and authentic taste to the kurma. Don't use a desiccated coconut for this dish. To a mixer jar, add chopped coconut, green chili, fennel seeds, cashew nut and some water. Grind them into a smooth paste. This is our coconut base for the sauce. It has to be a smooth paste. Our vegetables are half cooked. I'm going to add coconut paste. You can add some water to the mixer jar and then add it. The yellow color of the sauce is from the turmeric, and after adding the coconut paste, it will become a milder yellow base. So now let's mix everything together. Now you can increase the flame and let it cook for another 10 minutes. Now it's been 10 minutes. Our kurma is cooked. So I've been cooking this in a medium flame for about 10 minutes. Now all the vegetables have been beautifully cooked. The flavors are amazing. To finalize the dish, I'm going to add a bunch of coriander leaves. I have switched off the stove. Give it a mix. You can enjoy kurma with Indian breads and rice.